Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and here's the daily update for Gamergate 2. Yeah, it's happening quite a bit, and every single day that it passes, the more crap it comes out. I've made this analogy a few days ago, possibly last week, in which we see a little... It's an understatement. A big, gigantic turd in the middle of nowhere. There's flies everywhere. And you see a corn kernel on top. And then you take a stick and poke at it, and then suddenly there's more flies flying out. And you see more corn kernels. That's exactly what it is. Right now, we see something related to the Flintlock. The Siege of Dawn. This game here, which you can see it on Steam, it also received a Sweet Baby Ink detected announcement, so you know it's going to be woke. And the developers of the game contacted CubWorth and said that they replaced every single mention or something related to anything related to Sweet Baby Ink, but then refused to provide the citations for that. Honestly, from the get-go, I'm going to say I don't believe them. Why do I say that? Because, as you can see, the entire game itself screams, like it's literally screaming at you that it is a DIE initiative. It's pretty clear that it is like a Forspoken type of game. It's very clear into that regard. Well, as you can see here, CubWorth, hey guys, I added another game to my Curator list. The game is called Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, and has shown the physical copy of Edge magazine. It involves King Blair. I've waited a bit before deciding to add this one because a dev, as you can see, I'm going to go there and check it out and show it to you, because it's a quite fascinating mentality behind the people in there at A44. Here, a dev from Flintlock team reached to me through my mail, stating that they eradicated the SBI part and basically remade it completely. At this point, together with my staff, I have decided to give them the chance to prove this, allowing us access to the game pre-release and asking their manager to have a conversation with me. They openly refused on both points, leaving me without any way to confirm what they were telling to us. This doesn't speak very well about them, so yeah, new game in the list. First and foremost, I don't think a developer would release a alpha, or considering the time of release here, a very pre-alpha game. And honestly, I don't think they would have been able to, let me put it this way, very clear, I don't think they would have been able to replace everything that Sweet Baby Ink was involved in this game in a few weeks, especially recording new lines, changing the character, rewriting a lot of stuff. So honestly, I don't think so. No, I think they were lying from the get-go to try and get out of the Curator list, because they saw the damage that the boycott is doing to everybody involved with Sweet Baby Ink. Right, so we go on and here get back to Grums, who is doing also a spectacular job at this, so check him out. Right, right, there you go. Press the wrong button. Right, so here is what Grums said. So, A44 Games told CubWorth they had removed our Sweet Baby Ink content and asked not to be out on his Curator list. When CubWorth asked them to prove it, they actively refused to talk to him. I think I know why. I found the COO of A44 that hired SBI and also did these talks on the IE, tackling inclusion and diversity in games industry. Yeah, and there's quite a bit of game. I'm not gonna say anything. Right, so this shit keeps on getting worse. But before I continue, here is a trailer. I'm back, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. All right. I always do that. I don't know why, but I love it. Anyway, here is from Grums again, doing a spectacular job, right? Once again, follow him. Anyway, here is what he said. Proof Sweet Baby Inc. ruins games. SBI Games Flintlock by A44 Games have been overrun by woke. I used to work there. Flintlock was a good project with lots of potential. Then it was ruined. In quote. Before I go any further, he does make this paragraph here very important, and I agree. We should take it with a grain of salt for now. Anyway, before I go further, please note this is a rumor from a source that seems very knowledgeable about the studio's inner workings. Take that as it is. If others would like to verify, please DM me anon. The CEO and the COO at the A44 are no longer with the company, but the damage seems to have happened and everything else. So remember, take it with a grain of salt for now, because it seems to be more like, I don't know, rumors? I honestly don't know, but either way, he does, summarizing what he said is that apparently the main character used to be a white male, but as soon as the COO decided to join the game, they changed it. And they flipped the character. Now that's an interesting take, isn't it? That's very interesting. Because it does show that the entire thing with SBI is, well, it's all about changing the stuff for the propaganda purposes. It's kind of like a mafia, kind of like, well, yeah, it's definitely a mafia. It's like a protection racket. You have to literally pay up, or you get cancelled, or you get attacked, or things like that. Here is what he said. Did you know that the protagonist of Flintlock used to be white? When the COO and casting director, Andrea Tops Harjo or whatever, joined the studio, her first actions were to change the character to hire Sweet Baby Inc. and change the main character to a puck. As you all know, it's Picket of Cotton. I don't know, don't blame me. That's what the left actually says. This marked the beginning of the problems with the game and studio. Well, maybe not used to be a white male, but definitely used to be white. Maybe used to be a white woman, or I don't know. But either way, the character here looks ugly as fuck. And with her hair, side of her head shaved, so we know it's very progressive and made for modern audiences, which includes and not limited to the 0.001% of the gamers who are actually interested in this game, which means they could potentially not break even, like Alan Wake 2, which, as you know in my video from yesterday, they still not broke even. It says a lot about it, but then again, now moving on, and other stuff that makes you question how sane the people are, those anti-Gamergates. Alright, so here it is, PC Gamer. Game developers come together. Sorry, no, this is Andy Chop, so I need to do a proper voice. The game developers came together at GDC for a GD Scream to ventilate the state of the industry. It feels hard to be here and pretend like everything is fine. Yeah. Right, so you think, well, they could potentially be as pathetic as it says in the title. Well, let me put it this way, it kind of is. So if you have a headphone, hopefully the sound will come through, and I suggest you to, well, lower the volume for a little bit. Anyway, this is coming from Learning the Law at Manga Lawyer on Twitter. Yeah, exactly. Basically this. We are dealing with a bunch of entitled little children in these things. We are dealing with a bunch of gaslighting, incompetent assholes. But the problem is that they failed upwards. Kind of like somebody who wrote this article over here on Kotaku. Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what some gamers think it does. Right, so you thought, well, it's the end of of me bringing up this article? Well, no. Here it is from Bound into Comics. Kotaku editor Alisa Mercante lies about Sweet Baby Inc. backlash during CBC radio appearance. Claims Steam Curator list was made to, quote, prevent people from buying and playing these games. Well, no, it is not. It is not even close to that, because a curator does not block, does not stop, doesn't do anything. It's simply informing what the game content is. If it includes, for instance, let's use an example of the De Novo Curator. It informed there is De Novo in this game. Yes, there is an easy cheat, and it's an easy anti-cheat in this game. It's to inform you. There are some other curators who inform, hey, this is a good strategy game, this is a good simulator, etc. The Sweet Baby Inc. detected the curator is simply saying, this game has had a touch, was touched by Sweet Baby Inc. It was fondled by Sweet Baby Inc. It was molested by Sweet Baby. Oh, okay, fine. Technically, it doesn't say that. It says Sweet Baby Inc. present on credits, mentioned at on the website from Sweet Baby Inc. etc. That's what it does. But we all know it's fondled by Sweet Baby Inc. But anyway, here is what the idiot who failed upward said.
Sweet Baby Inc. noticed that this account was made on Steam and noticed how it was gaining traction and noticed that it was intended to prevent people from buying and playing these games and requested that it be taken down for organized harassment. And that kicked off an even more organization from them and the people who made the Steam group.
It's called Streisand effect. I am not sure if you know this because you're a games journalist, but it is a thing. And I think I suggest you go and check it out, because after all, you should know that as a games journalist. Even more so, the people behind Sweet Baby Inc. decided to harass the curator. And on your failing upwards, you decided to, okay, let's defend the harassers. And that's what you did with this beautiful, shitty article. But after all, this is the person who wrote this little gold nugget that we are all familiar with. Listen, American, hi, you can't be no, sorry.
You can't be racist against white people. Thanks for tuning in.
Well, as it turns out, the person here got community noted twice. That is two different community notes. Oh no. Turns out, yes, you can. So, in that regard, you can actually see this person is technically quite actively gaslighting and lying. That's how the left operates. They need to lie, they need to gaslight, so the narrative can then be, well, spread or continued. Fuck. Right, well, thank God that's about it for now. Anyway, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night, and remember, fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you.